got a little inspiration for last night to put a little bit more color and decoration in with you on the terrain piece. So what I did is I went online and started looking for banners and found some banners online. Kind of shrunk it down to roughly give it the scale that I want. And then what I'm going to do is, beyond cutting the stuff out, I've then attached it to some, basically it's a GW box, make use of it, recycle if you will. And so what I did is I took some spray adhesive and I just used some 3M spray adhesive. I bought this a long time ago, and quite frankly I didn't want to use white glue because it makes the paper go crazy. This says it actually works well on paper, so finally decided to bust that out and do that. So just using plain old paper wasn't going to be enough, so what I did is sprayed some tack adhesive down, let it sit overnight, and then cut it out with the good old X-Acto blade. So it gives it a little bit of thickness, so it actually looks like something's there, but it will take some abuse and I can weather it up. And then what I'm going to do is use some jewelry chain, some real small chain here, and attach it and make it look like it's actually hanging from the side of the building, in probably a couple different spots. So what I haven't figured out yet is which ones I'm going to use. I'm thinking of using this one and then possibly this one. Maybe have like this one and this one hanging outside and having this one hanging inside, maybe put something else on it. But basically at this point all I do is just, guys, so I got to cut it out, and then I'll do some weathering, and then I've just got to figure out what's going to be a good attachment point. I don't want to just cut holes in this and try to loop the chain through. That'll look kind of hokey, so I'll figure something out. What I may do is end up making a loop and feeding it through, so it actually looks like something, but I'll figure that out, and then do a couple mock-ups if I'm really energetic today. Do a couple mock-ups and hang one up on the building to see how it looks. Talk to you guys later. Okay, I'm still working on the banners that I'm going to put up on the terrain piece here. And one of the things that I've been doing is when I put this stuff to the cardstock, you can see the cardstock, while this looks white, it's actually brown. Well, it looks white on camera, it's really just the beige box behind that. So what I'm doing is taking a good old black Sharpie, and what I'm doing here is I'm just basically going through and hitting that edge to make the line essentially go away. Nothing, nothing overly fancy, just basically getting rid of that line so that color doesn't show up. And even though I'm going to put some washes and dirty these things up and probably even try to simulate some tears, trying to paint that edge would just be a pain in the butt. So like I said, all I'm doing is taking a Sharpie, running along the edge, and if you can see here, I've done that with these ones. And what it does is it just makes that makes that white edge, where the beige edge that would stand out, just basically makes it disappear. So by just hitting that with that black Sharpie, that just makes it look, and I may end up on some of these, if you can actually see the back, I may end up painting the back of these like black or something. But this I can easily paint, these edges I can't. So just using a Sharpie that covers up that edge real nice, and then we're getting close to putting some chain on this and figuring out how I'm going to hang them up. More to come. Okay, here's what I've come up with for my idea for connecting these things. So what I've done is, I don't know if you can see, I put some of my goop glue on the back here. That way it should be fairly sticky. I don't want to use white glue because it's just with paper and stuff like that, I don't think it'll stick very well. So again, just the goop glue, because this stuff just loves sticking. And all I'm going to do here is take a toothpick, cut it, and stick it on the back with that glue. So roughly even this is, you know, again, this is not stuff going in the 16th chapel here, so we don't have to be overly precise, but get the idea. And then what I'll do here is loop some of the chain, so you can see back there that, again, this small chain, which should just be about right. Won't look like it's, you know, too oversized. And what I'll do is I'll wrap it around, and then I'll take a small piece of wire and fish it through, and then essentially twist tie it, and that will hold the loop. And then with like a dab of super glue in there, that should keep it secure for what I need it to do. And then at this point, I'll just be a small little piece hanging, and that will give that illusion for a hanging banner. So just to get the other one done here, again, just get it in that glue, and if I have to, I may just goop some more on it on the back of it, but I don't think so. This stuff, like I said, is really sticky. Just it bonds everything to everything. And again, these are just essentially be the two prototypes. That'll be that, and I can hit this either with some black paint or just hit it with the Sharpie, because just a toothpick, so that'll take the black pretty well. And then that should actually then do it. Then I'll just hit it with a wash with probably the Agrax Earthshade. May cut some holes or kind of, you know, try to damage this a little bit, but basically just to weather it up just a little, because it's a little too clean to go on a beaten up building. So these are what these turn into. I'm probably going to let these things go overnight, and plus then I've got to find some small wire to be able to go through this so I can twist it up and stuff like that. So you're breaking out a small pair of magnifying glasses to be able to do that, but that should give it the illusion that I'm looking for. So there you go. That should turn out. Hopefully the last little bit of this will be stringing these things up and then mocking up where they're going to hang. So I got a couple more, some ones that are blank, and I've got one more with what looks like then an Imperial Fist, even though I'm not particularly caring about that. So I'll probably then mock up these other four, just either for other buildings. I think probably, you know, maybe 3 of them on the building, maybe 2 is enough. We'll go from there. More later. Bye.